Yes, sirree. We are live. Here we go with another podcast, guys. It is episode 20 something at this point, right? We're up in the 20s.
Losing track already. And that's something.
It's out of control, ladies and gentlemen. It's crazy up in here. Don't even know how many podcasts. Um, we are both in undisclosed locations. We are both on a remote podcast. Neither of us are in Nashville right
Whoops.
now.
Or no, it's my connection is bad. Uh,
Uh-oh.
my connection
Well,
is
I
bad. It
mean,
says connection reconnect. So
well, the,
wow.
it says we're still alive. So yeah, I wonder what it looks like, but I can't check it. But
Yeah, I'm in.
we're still going. Who knows what it looks like? Oh
Yes.
no, we could always start over if you want to. But yeah, this is a craziness that goes with doing a remote podcast. You're in Miami. I'm in somewhere in the ocean. I guess we stopped today. We're still at Jamaica, and it's Jamaica me crazy. So and I didn't even get off. Of course, I'm not a big Jamaica fan. I've been to Jamaica before, so but my parents
Yeah,
got
I'm
off
not
for
a
a little
big
while.
Jamaican fan too.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't
Yeah,
wait for you
we
to
might.
get on this cruise, man.
I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
We
Uh,
what 4 days, 5 days? So you have to head over to Cuba for a couple days,
yes.
right?
Secret.
You're about to head over to an
Undisclosed.
undisclosed location. Going to Cuba,
It's
Cuba,
so sketchy. I
Illinois,
mean,
Cuba, Illinois.
you can't. I mean, there's a flight every day, at least one flight, American Airlines, and probably other uh, from Miami to Havana, jets, and but yet officially, it's you're
Not supposed to be allowed, right?
not supposed to be allowed. But well, there are 12 reasons why you can go, and they're about as vague as you could possibly be to support the Cuban people. What does that mean? So that's my claim. I'm going to say
Well,
supporting the
yeah,
Cuban
you can.
people.
You
I'm
can.
staying in an
That's what
Airbnb,
tourism
and
does.
I'm going to be not eating in corporate restaurants or government owned restaurants because it's a communist country. And so I'm going to be supporting the Cuban people. And so, I mean, I want to go. I've always wanted to go, and hopefully I'll make it. Tomorrow I'm flying, and I need a visa, and so you need a visa to get into Cuba. So I went online and applied twice actually. About 3 months ago, I applied, and on a website that was connected to the Cuban government, and they took my money, and I didn't hear anything back. Then I got a new passport because my passport was it's going to expire in June, and I'm also going to be going on a missions trip in July. And I wanted to get, you're supposed to have it 6 months before it expires. So I thought I'm going to take care of that now before my next international trip. So I got a new passport. So then I applied again, $80 fee, and they responded and said, "We're refunding your money because we can't give you a visa from the from the American from the if you're an American citizen, but you can buy it in the Miami airport." I'm like, okay, cool. And I asked two people, and nobody knew anything about that. So it's cheaper if you buy it the day before. It's $75 if you buy the day before, according to the website that I saw, and $100 a day of. Well, I couldn't find any place. Nobody seemed to know anything about it. So tomorrow, I'm going to get there early and go to the gate wherever it is I'm supposed to be departing. And so it's not a done deal. I mean, I might be in Miami for 2 days if I can't get the visa. I have no idea. It's all sketchy and not very well sussed out and not clear, and nobody knows. And I went to because you need pesos there, and I went to exchange. This is Miami, and I said I'd like to get Cuban pesos, and he has a look of great disdain and almost anger. No, we don't do that. So okay, so it's kind of all mystery. So I'm not 100% sure I'll make it, but we'll see.
You
It's an
should be able
adventure.
to exchange no problem once you land, though, right?
Yes, yes. And my
Um,
Airbnb lady who is has arranged for a taxi. Is going to be standing there with my name. She asked me to send a picture what I look like, so I should be able to find a taxi. And he accepts or he or she, I don't know, accepts dollars. Maybe I'll be able to go on a vintage '57 Chevy. I don't know. And then they'll take me to the Airbnb,
it
and there's
can't be
Wi-Fi.
something newer.
And
So they haven't got
so,
any other countries to do deals with them where they can get newer vehicles. I mean, like, don't they have? They have. There's countries that are like partners with them, aren't there?
well,
But right, that's the
China
thing.
and
There's like
Russia
only
are.
cars from the '50s over there. I mean,
Well, they're
yeah.
so
Why don't
like
they send them any
my
cars?
bank, the teller is Cuban. She, and she said they're so poor, so poverty stricken, because communism works so well.
Hmm.
They're just the people are so poverty stricken,
Yeah.
and that was sarcasm. And so uh, they don't have any money. They probably can't buy anything. So it's going to be an adventure. We'll see. So I'm staying at Airbnb, and the hostess of the Airbnb, we communicated already, and she's very gracious and got great reviews for helping you maneuver your way around and enjoy your time there. So she's got great ratings.
Well, dang,
That's
if
what
you
I'm
have a
going to
good
go.
time, it goes well. I would love to go with you sometime.
Keep saying
Well, I hope. Yeah, it's going to
absolutely,
go very well.
absolutely, buddy. Yeah,
Even
I keep
I
getting
wonder,
notice that the
are you going to?
connection. Are you hearing?
I'm hearing you just fine. Your camera is like going in and out as far as like, sometimes your mouth might be left open for a couple seconds, or you might freeze. I mean, I guess that's a better way to say it. Uh, and and God dang it. Anybody through listen through audio is gonna be so confused. Tim just decided to make fun of me by being saying that his mouth was open by opening his mouth over and over again. So got jokes, taking one.
Yeah. Well, now you
I'm
froze up.
impressed. I'm
So
impressed. Are you
yeah.
sure?
So a signal. I mean, should be a little bit more. This should be a little more. This isn't a This isn't a Super 8 or a Motel 6 I'm staying at. I'm already quite disappointed in
Yeah,
my
I've
hotel
had.
here.
I
So,
usually
but what are
have.
you gonna? What
I don't know. I usually always have good experiences with Holiday Inn Express.
I don't
But
know. I mean,
what was I saying?
So, but I mean, it's all relative.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm on my
Could you
second room
fly
already.
there
In
and
this room, there's a
possibly
lot of
still
things that
get?
don't work. The lights don't
What you
work
said?
well.
Yeah.
That's why it's kind of dark where I'm at. I try to turn on the lights, and the lights are burned out, don't work. Um, but I mean,
What Tim is not telling you right now is that he took a
breakfast
bat to the room before he started the podcast.
chainsaw, not just a bat, chainsaw.
Chainsaw.
Back in the day, rock
Yes.
and roll. The
Very hot.
rock and roll guys.
Right.
Uh, we used to let's see. Uh, second here.
They go crazy with destroying rooms. There's some probably crazy pictures out there.
I can't think of his name. I can see his
But
face. Um, Joe Walsh. Okay. Joe Walsh was a wild animal, but a lot of it was drugs. And he was famous for taking chainsaws. I don't know if he did it just one time or multiple times. He would just say, "Hey, I think my buddy's staying in the next room over. I want a door." And he would just get a chainsaw and cut an opening in the wall. The excesses of rock and roll lifestyle. And he immortalized it, in his song. My Maserati goes 185 or whatever it goes. Have you heard that song?
I don't think so.
Let's see.
So was it pretty cold when you left Nashville?
A lot colder than Miami for sure.
Yeah,
Life's
yeah.
been
It
good
was a
so
trip
far.
that it snowed
Life's
the day
been good
before I
so
left.
far. That's the song. Life's been good so far. Uh, you might know if you heard it. He it kind of
Yeah,
talks
maybe.
about that. You know, he destroys things and has his accountant pay for it all. That's the lyrics of the song. Uh,
Well, I think you're going to enjoy this cruise ship. It's been a while since you've been to Carnival, and you haven't been on. There's a couple restaurants on here that you haven't experienced on Carnival. To the Gigi's, which is the Asian cuisine place. It's our favorite, or mostly, and then they have one of those Japanese steakhouse where they cook in front of you place. So that's a lot of fun to go to.
here's the
I know
lyrics.
you don't like that as much as I do.
Here's the lyrics.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Here's the lyrics to the song that I was talking about. I have a mansion, forget the
Yeah.
price. Ain't never been there. They tell me it's nice. I live in hotels, tear out the walls. I have accountants pay for it all. They say I'm crazy, but I have a good time. I'm just looking for clues at the scene of the crime. Life's been good to me so far. My Maserati does 185. He was the guy that of rock style excesses. But he's cleaned up now. He met a woman and she helped him stay clean. I saw him in concert in Sioux Falls at the Jazz and Blues Festival. He sounded absolutely amazing. I mean, you can tell when he talks though that his brain isn't. He's still got, he doesn't speak like a normal person. Uh, so many drugs. You can tell this guy did a lot of drugs,
Does
but
he,
but phenomenal
does he
guitar
sound
player.
like Ozzy?
Anyway, back to cruising.
Does he sound like Ozzy? Ozzy Osbourne that just talks
No, it's
really
not the it's
funky.
not the no, it's not the tone of his voice. It's the timing, the staccato way he talks, kind of like uh, walking. Um, you know, the
Christopher
the guy
Walken.
Christopher Walken. Yeah, he has a very odd cadence to his
Some
speaking.
people say. I wish I could.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
fantastic.
but it's a different. Like the Fast Times at Ridgemont High. The character kind of talks. He's the drugged out bum, um, and that's the way the character talks. That's kind of how he talks. Joe Walsh talks. So
I missed that one. I
which
was
one?
more of a Saved by the Bell kind of kid from the '90s. Ridgemont High. I missed that one. I was more of a Saved by the Bell kid from the '90s.
Well, that's from
But we're like
'82.
the same age, if everybody was wondering. Yeah, I don't know why I missed it. We're the same age.
The drugged out guy. Madonna's. What's that?
I said we're the same
Say
age,
that
so I
again.
don't know
I don't know.
why
We might want to call.
I wouldn't remember. What's that? We're gonna you
I
gonna cut
keep
it
cutting
short
out. So
because
I
of
wonder.
issues?
I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if we should cut it short because the Wi-Fi here isn't very good. I don't think. Or maybe okay. You know what we
All
could
right.
try? Hold on a second. Let me try my iPhone.
Okay, you would try doing it back on the iPhone, or or we could
Yeah.
I mean, when you fly out tomorrow?
in the morning. So and I can't do it. I don't think I can't
Yeah.
do it from Cuba. I don't think
Well,
that would
if
work.
things don't work, I mean, I would hate to say that, but if they don't work out, we should definitely do a podcast again tomorrow. Get all the
Yes,
details on another podcast.
yes,
Since
yes.
unless you have unless you fill up your busyness there in Miami, there is quite a bit to do in Miami. I had a blast
Yeah, but
playing
if
some
the
poker.
Wi-Fi is this bad, if the Wi-Fi is this bad in the hotel room, I don't know where I would go. I mean, we have to talk out loud. I could put it in. I have headphones, earbuds, but uh,
Well, I
I
mean,
have
as
to
long as
speak.
you have the only issue with cellular would be is if you don't get as good enough connection in your room, you might have to be outside somewhere. But I bet, I mean, I think with cell phone service, a lot of times the speed should be plenty fast enough. Because I've done it. I think I've done it once or
I
twice.
tried to connect to my phone, but it didn't have enough bars. So hold on a
Yeah, see,
second.
that's the issue with some of these had that issue with the last hotel I was at. But guys, thanks for watching. Hey, anybody that's watching now, please like and subscribe. We're almost to 100
Hold on a second.
subscribers on
You want to try this
Facebook.
again in a second? Um,
Sure.
let's try it again in a second. Or else I can try to switch over. Just a second here. Let me try this first. Tim's phone.
Guys, please stand by for special difficulties. This is a podcast with that's live. You never know what's going to happen. Somebody might run into our room and try to murder us at any time. You never know. Something exciting? Who knows? And Tim might freeze on his screen like that. So who knows what happens? I don't know what happens.
Okay, I
Like my shirt. Oh,
my
he's
hotspot,
back.
my hotspot on my phone is not going to work. Even though I do have bars, I have 3 bars, but it apparently isn't going to work. So yeah, let's just call it a day and be a short, sweet one. And thank you for tuning in.
Hey, we made about halfway. We made about halfway. But yes, everybody, please on Facebook, please share our podcast. If you haven't liked our No Sugar No Cream page, please like that. And Apple, Spotify, please give us 5 hearts. Please,
Yes,
this is usually how it goes, but we are in a remote location. We do like to go live. That is something unique about our podcast. Not a lot of podcasts are live. Um, uh, yeah, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. We'll see you next time. If it
absolutely.
might be interesting, we might be back tomorrow if Tim's world um uh, just explodes. I mean, that shouldn't happen. It's gonna go smoothly, anyways. Maybe in alternate universe, it's gonna fall apart, but not in this one. Not
Not
in Earth 254.
absolutely. All right. See